So today we are going to look at the A6 Intruder. We are currently at Yankee Station, which is the carrier that was continuously based off the coast of Vietnam during the Vietnam War. We've got it loaded up with weapons, which is an add-on that you can get from Flight Sim 2 for free. And what we're going to do is do a cold start, catapult launch from the carrier. So obviously, as you can tell by the light, it's early evening. Fly out to Hanoi, which is about an hour and a half flight. Don't worry, I'll speed it up. And then we're going to recreate the bombing run from Flight of the Intruder, one of my favourite Vietnam films ever, where they went and blew up Sam City. So that is the plan. It is quite an easy start up. It's by no means study level. It's good. It's a little bit in reverse. I often find planes in the sim, the cockpits will be the best part of them, and then the externals sometimes aren't quite as good. But with the A6, the polish is more in the externals than the cockpit. But it's not bad. It's still fun. And being it's one of my favourite planes, it's fun to kick about with. One little fault that I have got with mine is the ladders, the pilot and navigator bombardier ladders. So these open down, and they do work, but only like 50% of the time. So it's a little fault with mine. There's one on either side, a button on the inside to open it, but it's not the end of the world. That's the only thing that doesn't work properly with it. Obviously the wing folds work as well, which is quite handy when you're doing launches from the carrier. It's quite nicely detailed on the outside. Right, let's get inside, have a look and get us started up then. So here we are inside the cockpit. I love the tandem seat design. So your bombardier navigator sits there. Although they look like they're on the same level, but when you look at them from the outside, you'll see what I mean. It looks as though they're not. They're sat one higher than the other. But again, that might just be a little error in the sim. It's not fantastically textured. It's okay. Once you get in close, it's not too bad. Nicely weathered. But you can see like the coloration here, pixelation there. It's alright. It's not an expensive plane, so can't mind too much. And like I said, it is one of my favourites, although I would love it if someone would do a really high fidelity one. I'd really enjoy that. But there we go, that's a busy old station over there. Fortunately we don't have to worry about that. Bombardier side, we'll just concentrate on this bit. Essentially you've got your light panels down there, throttle, flaps, catapult launch all on there. Down there you've got fuel management systems, engine gauges, radar altimeter, gear lever obviously on the left, and parking brake. Flight systems directly in front of you. We'll get a map will appear on here. Our error panel, and then the old classic steam gauges. And then in the centre here we've got all the radio system. You've got the autopilot at the front there, and then the radio systems, and then the breaker switches behind us just there. Right, let's get locked in. Oh, in fact, just before we do that, you've got a little panel just up here where it says ladder. See, that's highlighted, so you should be able to see the ladder. It should be deployed, and that will allow you to show the visibility of pilot, co-pilot, pilot's name on the side of the plane, and the ladder, etc. But we'll have a go at turning all those on in a sec. Right, let's get us started up then. Okay, so for our pre-start checks, check the canopy is open, which it is. Gear levers down, parking brakes engaged, throttle's fully closed, flaps are up, all lighting systems are off, oxygen is off, chocks are still in at the moment, wings are folded, and main battery is off. So ready to start. First thing we'll do is remove the pin, and if we pop outside, that should have removed the chocks and the covers from the engine. Next, turn the battery on. Battery and master avionics switch on the left. So it's all come to life. It's got our GPS route plumbed in there out to Hanoi. Our warning panel, as we'd expect, lit up like a Christmas tree at the moment. So we're going to reset our altimeter down to 0. And then we can turn on generator 1 and generator 2. Next we need to start the fuel pump. So it's actually the fuel cutoff. We're going to turn off the fuel cutoff, and we start that on the right engine first. And that will auto cover. So we're now ready to start the right engine. Now to get to the right engine, this is a little bit tricky. You need to put the throttle slightly forward because the start switch is on the underside here. So if I go control and 4, and then I'm just going to look through here, there it is, look. Push that. Now with the engine starting, so we'll now flip on some lights. And we'll put the cabin lights on because it is going to get dark pretty quickly. The right engine's coming to life. Does sound good. Next we can start the left one, so first thing we do, take the fuel cutoff off, and again we've got to get into this awkward position underneath. There's the left start button. Watching for the left engine coming to life. Low fuel pressure has just gone out on the left engine. So our master caution is the fact that we've still got our parking brake applied, and we've still got oxygen and anti-skid warnings. So to get rid of them, back down to this panel down here. To be fair, you probably could do this from the pilot seat. Oxygen on, anti-skid on. All lights have gone out on the panel, so we want our bombardier to come and join us. So on the right one, co-pilot, second one down, and there he is. You can have, I believe it's the bottom one, the pilot view visible as well. but it does get in the way a little bit if you're messing about with switches. We'll see how we get on with him, but if you need to turn him off, that's how you turn him off. And you can add pilot name if you want to. And then if I go outside, you can see my tail number 1664 has been added as pilot's name. So that's us ready to go. Close up the canopy. We'll leave the wings folded just for now until we get moved out to the catapult point. But that is a successful cold start. So we're going to select which catapult we want to take off from, and we'll go for the one straight ahead of us. And you can see the chap is now in position guiding us in. So we'll turn off the parking brake. Nose wheel steering is controlled by a button on the stick there, so if you find you're not turning, you just got to push that button. Now there's a lot of panel in front of us, so it can be a bit tricky to get lined up here. Got to move around quite a bit. Lean over into my co-pilot space somewhat. Can hear my yoke squeaking. Make him disappear in the pylon. That's the signal to stop. So once we're stopped, this handle here is your catapult hook. So pre-catapult checks. Catapult hook's engaged, parking brake is off, gear is down, flaps will move back to takeoff position. Engines are ready to go. We've got no warnings on the panel. Autopilot is turned off. Not worried about the radio. Co-pilot's good to go. Canopy's closed and locked. Don't need the gun sight on just now. Altimeter's been set. That's us ready for takeoff. So let them know we're ready. Then we can throttle up. Hands fully off the controls. Away we go. So straight away pull to the left, gear up. Flaps up. Always remember to put the attachment down. And we'll just start a circuit while we wait for our wingman to take off. That is takeoff successful. So we'll just keep coming around, do a quick circuit, give the carrier a flyby, and then we'll head off for our mission. Unfortunately I can't get rid of that nameplate on the carrier. I have tried. There's our wingman coming into formation. Look, you see him on the radar. Yeah, I just can't get rid of that nameplate. I have tried everything, but it won't go, which is really annoying. So speed wide, we're looking at 400 knots. Altitude climbing nicely. Come back round. Hopefully my bombardier's got out. There he is. I just see his nose popping up there. I can say should be on my bombardier's side. We'll swap about a bit position wise throughout the flight, so we've got a little way to go. Let's get lined up, do a low pass and scare the carrier, shall we? See if we can spill someone's coffee. See how low we can get this. Or how close rather. So we're at full tilt, so we're coming up on 500 knots. It's definitely going to get us in trouble. Guarantee that's going to get us in trouble, but it was worth it. So we will make a right turn, and we're not going to follow that course completely because that is a course shown on there is a direct beeline straight to Hanoi. We are going to try and pick up the coast before nightfall, follow the coast up to Hanoi before we start our epic movie montage bomb run.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
No, ma'am, this is not a good idea. Sorry, Goose, but it's time to buzz the tower.
So just a quick look at the autopilot. First of all, we need to set the heading, and the heading bug is really hard to see. This is how you control it. See it moving there, looks tiny. Just keep an eye on the horizon. So if I set that for the way we're going, and down here in the middle, this one is the altitude hold button. This one is the heading hold button. And this one is the autopilot main button. So if I let go, that should now, we'll just test it by moving the heading bug. And you see it moves without me touching the stick. And our co-pilot should keep station with us. Sorry, wingman rather. Behind his big head. We'll look outside in a second, you see him. That is the speed hold button, we're not going to be using that. And that's how you control the speed with that little knob there. Central, you can use GPS mode, nav mode, and there's TACAN mode. I haven't tried them, but I'm assuming because they move, they will actually work. In fact, actually, if we pop TACAN, yeah, see it's picking up a TACAN. So pop it back into nav mode, and that is the course bar, how you change the course, should you wish to. Interesting, that's not holding altitude. See, we're dropping. Oh no, it's coming up. But it is radar altitude. We are over water, so I wouldn't trust it too much. We're a bit too low there, so I am going to turn it off. And just take us up a little notch. That is essentially your autopilot though. There we go. Pop it back on now. Make sure it levels out. Still got us on a bit of a drop. Outside and see what it looks like outside. Just before we lose all our light, I will flick the autopilot off and we'll just put it through its paces and see what it's like with a few manoeuvres. So we start with a high G turn. Difficult to make out the horizon there. I want to try and get it done before nightfall. It's not bad for a little jet. It's some heavy jet as well. We've got a lot of bombs on board. So our wingman trying to keep up. Didn't kill too much speed off. What we'll do now, check we've got enough altitude. Yeah, we should be fine there. See how it handles a loop. Speed up. And up we go. Ooh. Doesn't like full deflection. Take it nice and steady. Gonna go all the way over because we don't want to head back towards the carrier. We go in that horizon, not that there's much to see. And there we go, yeah, no problems with that either. And then just roll up. Oh, that's a very good turn rate. Yeah, very good. It obviously does connect to the refueler if you want to do refueling. I'm not going to try and do that in the dark. I struggle enough to do it during the day. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's pretty good. Right, let's speed the next bit up as we head out to Hanoi. Lose our last bit of light and we can turn our taxi and takeoff light off. Reduce our light profile before we hit the coast, and just to adjust the map before I speed things up, this switch here, the top one, you can see it twisting, doesn't light up but it does twist. twisting the wrong way. Yeah, there you go. Look. So we're going to hit the coast, follow the coast up, and Hanoi's up here somewhere. So I'll keep it zoomed out for now. That course is good. We've got tons of fuel. I've got the external tanks on, so don't need to worry about running out of fuel. See you as we approach Hanoi. Okay, so this is it. As per the movie, we're on our own. Lined up on the bomb run. Guns should open up on us any second. Follow the yellow brick road. And Sam City will be at the bomb. Anyone who's not seen Flight of the Intruder will not get those references. Let's get lined up, hit the throttle, and let it rip. so our bomb run is complete. Check the wings. Bombs are all gone. Bombardier's got the same on his side. So we are now full throttle, heading to the coast, getting out of the range of their guns, and we will take a direct route back to the carrier before we run out of fuel. Hopefully it'll be daylight before we land, because I cannot land for shit in the dark on a carrier. I'm not very good at it at all. Just about managed it during the day, but not in the dark. So, see you back at the carrier. Okay, so we should be pretty much passing over the carrier now. So we'll cut right back on the throttles, start our descent, and we'll spiral our way down. Go get this sucker on the deck. $19,000 feet, so we've got plenty to get rid of. make out the waves in the ocean now, so tells us we need to be careful not to descend too quickly. Altitude's good there. So we're going to turn on our landing lights. We can, if we can reach them. Turn off the floodlights now. Just make sure we don't crash while we're doing it. There they are. Floodlights off. There it is. There's the carrier. Annoyingly still with the label on it. So we'll bring the gun sight off. So we won't mess about too long. We'll get her on the deck because we have been out for quite some time. Put a few miles on her tonight. As we start to get our distance sorted, we can run through some checks. So the catapult attachment is down as it should be. Flaps fully up at the moment. Lighting as required. Parking brakes in. Gear levers showing up. All gauges looking good. No warning lights on. Hook is not out yet. Not using the radios. We are ready to start turning in. So check our speed is low enough. Yes it is, so we can drop flaps, drop the gear, Start to turn in and drop the hook. Just keep an eye on that speed, that's dropped off a bit too much. Okay, we now go 4 flaps. Bombardier's awake. He's had a nice snooze all the way back in. There we go, on the deck. We'll get the parking brake on. Bring the cable in. They'll disconnect it as they hook in. Sorry, they'll disconnect us from the cable. Canopy open in case anything goes wrong. Right, very quick check. Throttle's back. Flaps can come up. Catapult launch bar's still stowed. Parking brakes on, gear levers down, nothing concerning us on the gauges, no warning lights have illuminated. Nothing to worry about in the middle. We can lift up the wings. That's hard to see them coming up. All circuit breakers still in and set. And the hook has been put back, so we're ready to move to parking. So parking brake off, gently on the throttle. Get clear of this deck so you can bring the next one in. Obviously not period appropriate for what we've just done. The F-18 sat there, but this is the carrier that's at Yankee Station, so they sat on the... Oh no, there's the lift. It's hard to see the lift sometimes. What we'll do is do a full loop round. We've got the nose steering wheel on high. Face back towards that F-18 and get ourselves on the lift. go and see the boss man about that flyby and get our knuckles wrapped. Now we'll have to pop outside because we haven't got anyone to tell us if we're in the right position or not. Tiny bit further forward. Should be good there, so we'll put park and brake on. And now if we come to carrier controls, activate the lift. Down we go. It is a bit bumpy. Pretty sure it's not this bumpy in real life. There we go, we can turn that off now and allow this to make its way all the way down. So that concludes our mission in the A6. Oh, this is very bumpy going down here. It is making me, would make you feel sick. We'll get this put away in the hangar. Ground crew can get it all cleaned up, refueled and rearmed and ready to go out again tonight over Vietnam. But yeah, all in all, it's a lot of fun. I love this plane purely because it's one of my favourite planes. Growing up, that film that made it so famous, Flight of the Intruder. If you're looking for something that is study level, that's very, very accurate, this is not it. If you're looking for something that's a bit of fun, this is it. Thanks very much, and see you next time.